Let's jump to our waiver wire. Memphis has 5 games this upcoming week, and there are 11 teams with 3 games. Another jam-packed week of NBA basketball. I'll kick things off with my available in 50% of leagues suggestion off the waiver wire. It is Omer Yurtseven, who is 51% rostered on
Who
Yahoo.
says
But
we're
I
not
am
going with
cheating
the
here.
international players?
Yeah. I noticed Yurtseven in Summer League, and I was like, who is this? He's passing, he's shooting every time he touches the ball on these mid-range pick and pops. Interesting guy. Starting for the Heat while Bam and Dedmon are out. However, the caveat here, both centers might be back within the next week or two. Bam, there haven't been like a ton of updates on him. Dedmon's dealing with I think an MCL sprain or something. He's old, so you never know if the timeline's going to stick.
Bam's the thumb, right?
Yeah, Bam's a thumb. So I think there's a chance you get another week of value out of Yurtseven. Past 6 games, 8.8 points, 13 rebounds, 1.7 combined steals and blocks. I think there's a chance he starts getting minutes over Dedmon long term. I don't know if I'd necessarily bank on that, but grab him for this week. And then if you somehow have roster spots that you're able to kind of just burn and wait for something to potentially happen, keep Yurtseven around.
I like that a lot. And frankly, what's the future in Dedmon, right?
Ken, who is your first player?
I'm going to cheat a little, but I'm going with a red-hot name that I think you should check your waiver wire for, and that's Malik Beasley. He's rostered in 60% of Yahoo leagues, so I'm breaking the rule here, but 42% of ESPN. Been grabbed a lot because he started the last 6 games for the COVID-impaired Timberwolves. Over those 6, he's averaged 20 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.5 three-pointers per game. He's really a category play of points and threes. That said, on the positive, T-Wolves also have 4 games, not 3 next week. T-Wolves have 4 games. Russell and Edwards, though, are game time decisions to play tomorrow. Cat is out. Karl Anthony Towns is out at least until January 3rd. As long as Towns is out, they need scoring elsewhere. So I'm not sure it's a long-term play, but if you can catch the last few days of Beasley's hot spurt, you should.
As someone who rosters Beasley in our keeper league, I have lived the ups and downs of rostering Malik Beasley, and let me tell you, we're riding high. I'm in Beasleyville right now.
And I'm going to transition that into my first pick, who's another Malik, and it's Malik Monk. Over the past 3 games for the Lakers, Monk is averaging 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, which is kind of crazy, and 2.7 3-pointers. He's shooting 58% from the floor during this stretch. And the exciting news is he started 2 games in a row. I actually think there's long-term upside for Malik Monk to stick in the Lakers starting lineup. He's basically starting at shooting guard over Horton Tucker and Wayne Ellington. Yeah, Avery Bradley. These are, Kent Bazemore, who's out. Kent Bazemore and Nunn are out. But these are all guys who really, this is why they brought in Monk anyways, is to be able to do what he's been doing the past 3 games. Hit 3-pointers, score, take some of that scoring pressure off of LeBron. It certainly helps that Anthony Davis is out and that you have guys like Russell Westbrook who can't hit any kind of shot. But Malik Monk, I expect him to, even after Davis returns, I wouldn't be surprised to see Avery Bradley move to the bench, LeBron slide back down to the 3, and so on. And you keep Monk in the starting 5. So I think he's an immediate pickup, and there's long-term upside there.
I love that. Remember all the crazy helium for Monk in La La Land this preseason? They were like, this is the steal of the offseason. And now they're finally doing what they said they would do.
So as we mentioned, Memphis has 5 games. So my long shot suggestion is anyone on Memphis with a pulse. Okay. Do they put up stats? And by stats, I mean, do they average 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists? If the answer is yes, you can probably roster them this week.
Who am I doing right now?
Slow-mo, Kyle Anderson. Ken's doing like a slow action movie kind of a run. Yeah, that's my main suggestion because I'll toss it to you, Ken. You have the other suggestion from Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, I have my long shot of the week is really the same line of thinking. 5 games from Memphis. I picked Tyus Jones. He's again, Memphis has 5 games. Melton and Conchar are out with COVID issues. Not sure when they return. Jones has actually played poorly last few games because he's had an injured finger, but that should be behind him now. Jones is available everywhere, essentially. He's only 8% rostered in Yahoo. I think it's 2% on ESPN. So yeah, same theme of anyone with a pulse on Memphis because they've got 5 games and various COVID issues that'll be hard to predict. Tyus Jones is in a good situation and had a good, before he sprained his finger, had a good run of games.
Shannon, who is give us another one of your suggestions.
Yeah, this falls more under the available in 50% of leagues. But Nick Claxton, we've talked about him in the past. I'll just discuss him briefly. He's been very solid. He's improving for the Nets. Obviously, the Nets have been shorthanded, but Claxton started 4 straight. Just in the past 2 games, he's averaging 31 minutes, 13 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4 blocks per game. Claxton's a guy who was in the starting lineup earlier in the season, at the beginning of the season, first 3 games for the Nets. And while I expect LaMarcus Aldridge to work his way back to the starting lineup, and Aldridge and Kevin Durant, I think, are both going to play tonight, I still think Claxton's going to be a big part of the rotation. He's going to see 20-plus minutes moving forward. So if he's available in your league and you need blocks, he's a guy to pick up.
And the only need they have on that team is some effective youth that can eat a lot of minutes, and Claxton is that guy.
Well, and we know Harden's had success in the past with these like lengthy, athletic pick and roll lob catchers, which is if they can turn Claxton into like 20 minutes per game of Clint Capella, then it works.
And that's exactly what he's done. The past 2 games, you had Harden was running things. Durant's out, everyone else is out, so it's been Harden, the Harden show with Claxton, cleaning up, and it's
you have an exciting suggestion of the week, Ken.
I decided to ignore the usual boring suggestion, and I went exciting with Cam Reddish, who can leap out of the building. He started the last 5 games for Atlanta. He's rostered in 55% of Yahoo, 40-something in ESPN. A big name that just fell victim to the pretty deep depth chart of the Atlanta Hawks. Anyways, last 5 starts, 21.8 points a game, 3.2 boards, 1.8 stocks, and 3.2 triples. John Collins is in health and safety protocols at least till January 5th. Herter and Bogdan, as we mentioned, they're out until at least January 3rd with health and safety protocols. Hawks have 4 games next week. Just make sure Cam Reddish is not available. And if he is, grab him. That's my exciting, hey now, suggestion of the week.
I've got 2 long shots. The first one's Herbert Jones. We've discussed Jones in the past.
Yeah.
But he's stepping up his game. The Pelicans, like everyone else, are shorthanded right now. And we've seen Jones. He just had his biggest game of the season to date. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. 10 for 18, 2 for 4 from 3-point. The Pelicans were without everyone. It was basically Devontae Graham and Herbert Jones and Garrett Temple were I think the three primary shooters and usage guys for Wednesday's game. So yeah, Herbert Jones isn't super exciting, but he's been locked into the starting lineup and he's getting more opportunities. If he's still available in your league, which he's still widely available, he's only owned in about 30.
He's rostered in 23% of Yahoo leagues.
Yes, 23% of Yahoo leagues. And then my second long shot is Kevin Pangos, who we talked about earlier. 28-year-old rookie, played at Gonzaga, then overseas, EuroLeague last year for St. Pete. We'll just call it St. Petersburg. He was 13.5 points, 6.6 assists, 2.3 triples. It's just about the lack of guards and point guards specifically on the Cavs depth chart. So basically, until Garland clears protocols and returns, someone has to play point guard for the Cavs. It's not going to be Okoro. It's not going to be, maybe Denzel Valentine will get extra run. I do see that as a possible fit, But right now, it's kind of by default Pangos, so he's worth a stream. If you're looking for guys to add in your daily leagues, he might get a couple games where he sees significant minutes.
Try RotoWire today, free for 10 days. Get our premium tools, rankings, analysis, and breaking news alerts. No credit card required. Go to rotowire.com/try.